Welcome to the Wealthy Environmental Center. My name is Mr. Aaron. Today, I thought we would do something super fun before it gets too cold outside. I want to put together a terrarium for inside for macroinvertebrates. Macroinvertebrates are small insect-like things that live in the water. Now, they're called macroinvertebrates because they're not quite insects. Some of them are, and some of them aren't. Some of them have more in common with crustaceans. So, what you need to put this together is a container. It could be a mason jar even, or maybe a old water bottle. But I have this nice big jug. So this little bog down here seems to me to be a great place to collect some materials for our terrarium. I'm just going to take a couple scoops of this bog muck here with the hopes that I get a few macroinvertebrates. And here I'm going to take a jug full of water from this section of the river, again hoping that there are some macroinvertebrates in the water that I've collected. And now I'm going to take some water and hope that I can get some duckweed and other plants. Let's see what I've collected here. All right, we've got some of that bog water, some old leaves. I have some moss. Oh, there's another leaf. I have some sticks. I have the muck from the bog. I have a few rocks that I've collected, and some plants here from the bottom of the bog. Now I'm also going to grab some river stones, some small river stones to add to the mix. All right, let's open this up and put some stuff in it. All right, first I need to get this river muck in this jar. Let's see if I can do that without making a complete mess. Next, I'm going to add my leaves in there. Go. And I'm going to press them down a little bit. And then to keep everything from floating up, I'm going to add my river stones, just a few of them. There we go. I'm going to see which one of these I like best in there. I really like that one in there. But if I use that one, I'm definitely not using some of the others. All right. I'm going to add some of my sticks, just to, again, add another sort of fun feature in there. And we're ready for the water. So let's add a little bit of water. I'm going to start with the water with our plants. And I'm going to add our water collected from the river. Here's our completed terrarium. Notice it's really hard to see anything inside of it. That's because there's too much turbidity. Turbidity doesn't allow light to pass through water. That means there's too much sediment floating around inside of the water. When the turbidity clears up here in a while, we are going to look for macroinvertebrates. Here is a great interactive website that's super fun to use called Macroinvertebrates.org. I would really encourage you to go out and take a look at Macroinvertebrates.org because it is super fun. 2 hours later, our turbidity has settled some and we're able to see into our terrarium. You'll notice there that we have a good looking leech swimming around at the bottom, and you'll notice that we have another little guy swimming right by the screen there. I think that's pretty amazing, don't you? After about 2 days, our turbidity has settled and we can see into the jar. Let's take a closer look. Wow, we can really see into that jar. The turbidity has settled to the bottom and it's pretty clear. Let's turn our jar around and see what kinds of macroinvertebrates we can find in the jar. Oh, look at that. We found a small snail crawling on the inside of the jar. Let's see what else we can find. That's a neat looking landscape in there with the moss and the river bottom plants and that rock. Oh, what do we got here? Another snail? Or, oh, look at that. It's hard to focus because of the plastic, but it looks like a caddisfly larva or some type of beetle larva. I'm not quite sure. Maybe if you check macroinvertebrate.org, you can tell me what you think it is. Oh, what do we got here? Let's take a closer look. Looks like we got another snail. And another snail. Oh, and another snail. Wow. We certainly do have quite the number of snails in our macroinvertebrate terrarium. Yep, another snail. Let's see what we can find if we look in through the top. I opened it up so the plants could get some air or some carbon dioxide as the case may be. Oh, look at that. We have something. Oh, wow. What is that? It could be a caddisfly larva or another type of beetle. I'm not quite sure. Again, check out macroinvertebrates.org and see if you can tell me what you think we found.